high alert to acts of piracy which is gradually heading westwards. It is extremely important for the Navy to position itself in the event of any intrusion and beef up its operation to maintain the maritime integrity of our domain.
Time was when acts of piracy was concentrated in the area just around the Nigerian coast, Nigerian Benin coast. But if you remember, just last month there was a ship which was hijacked by pirates 46 nautical miles south of Togo, and this ship was sent to an unknown destination, and the total of about 7.6 metric tons of fuel were siphoned out of her before she was finally released. So looking at the trend, one can confidently say that this acts of piracy is gradually moving westwards, and we need to gear ourselves up to ensure that this thing does not come into our area of operation. Now, the government, in an attempt to revamp the Navy, has constructed 4 ships from China, which will be arriving in the country on the 22nd of October this year. And with these 4 boats, we believe that we will be able to really maintain the maritime domain awareness that we are all craving for.
In spite of the poor technical nature of their fleet, the Ghana Navy has managed to bring under control, to some extent, the breaches of the fisheries laws, especially in the area of pair trawling, light fishing, and the use of undersized mesh nets and explosives. Fisheries enforcement task forces have been established at Tema, Pram, Elmina, and Sekondi. It is hoped that when the 4 patrol boats arrive, Ghana Navy will be better placed to ensure presence in the maritime domain to deter any act of piracy.
We have plans. We are setting up a forward operational base very close to the oil rig, okay, in around Hafasini area. And we're going to put very fast speed boats there, boats that can do about 40 to 50 knots, okay? And at any point in time, we have at least 2 of them there 24/7 to protect the FPSO and the oil rig itself. These are the kind of plans that we have, okay? The bigger ships, they will be at sea at any point in time. If we get our ships, at least we have 2 ships at sea in our waters. They can be called upon at any time. There's a projection. It's in the pipeline. You know, the contract is yet to be signed with the Republic of Korea. They're going to build vessels for it, which are bigger than what we have. They call them the OPVs, offshore patrol vessels. These OPVs have helicopter platforms. So in conjunction with the Air Force, they'll operate the aircraft. They will go and do surveillance, long range. It will increase our range. They come and land on board, and then they can vector us to where problem areas are, and they will move the ships and we will attack the problem from there.
The Navy collaborates with SEPS and the Air Force in their normal course of duty. The Air Force, constantly on their routine flight, passes on information to the Navy on any sightings which are suspicious in nature for further investigations. Requests for aerial recce of maritime areas are made to Air Force during periods of search and rescue, monitoring of suspected contacts at sea. The Navy also collaborates with NACOB. NACOB in turn liaises with other security agencies, and the intelligence is passed on to the Navy for monitoring and interception. The idea of installing radars and other surveillance equipment for the navies in the sub-regions was recently proposed at a high-profile meeting of Chiefs of Defense Staff in Abuja, Nigeria.
The CDSs came up with a plan that involved having a committee of 10 countries, ECOWAS countries, with representatives of legal experts to delve more deeply into this issue and come out with a coordinated plan for all the ECOWAS countries to operate jointly and fight piracy and protect all resources along the Gulf. Whilst the team gets to work, individual navies along the Gulf have been encouraged, including Ghana, to heighten up their naval patrols.
Because of piracy, there is the need, in fact there has always been the need for all the countries within our sub-region, mainly the Gulf of Guinea, to work together and collaborate by way of sharing information and sharing intelligence, so that if an offense is committed in one's country and is heading to another guy's country, you could be called upon and told that this is what happened. Then you can take appropriate action by arresting the vessel. We do this a lot with the Nigerian Navy. Recently, a vessel was hijacked in Lagos with fuel. It's refined fuel, okay, and then